Good morning. Today we are going to revise what we studied before. After that, we are going to move to some examples. Here we are in page 2 for the algebra part. Complete each of the following. First question: 3 over 2x belongs to Q. Then x not equal. Here I'm asking for the bad x. Bad x means the value of x that you cannot write it in our fraction. الفاليو اللي احنا اتفقنا which is called اللي احنا هنسميها bad x. To get the bad x, 2x equals 0, the denominator equals 0, so I can get only x by 0 divided by 2 to get the bad x, so the answer will be 0. For the second question, if x plus 1 over x minus 1, this is an element in Q, then x not equals 2 gap. هنا I'm asking for the bad x also, so you have to put the denominator x minus 1 equals to 0, then move negative 1 to the other side, so we get x equals 0 plus 1, which is equal 1. The third question, here I'm asking if 2x minus 4 over 2x plus 1 equals to 0, then x may be equals to كام. Here I'm asking for a fractions equal to 0. If a fraction equals 0, I can write 0 over number, but I cannot write a number over 0. So علشان كده في الquestion بتاعي لما هقول 2x minus 4 over 2x plus 1 equal to 0, I'll pick the numerator, همسك النيوميريتور وأقول equal 0. That means 2x minus 4 equals to 0. So 2x equals 4, then only x equal 4 divided by 2, which is equal to 2. Next, the same. Question 4 احنا ابتدينا نرجع تاني لنفس الايديا اللي هي I'm asking for the bad x. To get the bad x, put the denominator to x equal to 0 and get only x by moving the 2 on the other side to make it 0 divided by 2. علشان اشيلها اللي هي موجودة جنب الاكس move it هحركها الناحية التانية with divided to make it 0 over 2, then x not equal to 0. Question 5. If that fraction doesn't belong to Q, that means that fraction في الباد x already موجودة. لو هي already موجودة then x كانت كام؟ هنا أنا بسأل برضو عن الباد x with another format بشكل تاني. So bad x, I can get the bad x from the denominator. So put 2x equals to 0, then x equal to 0. Question 6, the same idea of question 3. 3x minus 4 over 2x equals to 0. So the numerator equal to 0. That means 3x minus 4 equal to 0. Then 3x equals to 0 plus 4. So only x 4 divided by 3 to make x equal 4 over 3. And put x as a fraction 4 over 3. مش هتفرق معايا لو انا كتبتها as a decimal or not. The last one, if 3x minus 4 over 2x plus 6, this is a rational number, so x belongs. هنا انا بسألك ايه الفاليوز اللي x تنفع تبقى موجودة فيها. هنا انا هقول انا ممكن اجيب bad x، هجيب bad x اللي هي 2x plus 6 equals to 0. Then move 6 to the other side to make it 2x equals to 6. Only x equals negative 6, so only x equal negative 6 divided by 2, which is equal negative 3. But here I'm asking x belongs to مين. أنا هنا بسألك x تنفع تبقى مين. x تنفع تبقى any number except negative 3 اللي أنا ممكن أكتبها z difference of negative 3. ordering and comparing the rational numbers. First, we studied before the different forms of the rational number, something like 1 over 2, which we could write this as a terminating decimal as 0.5, which we can write this as 50%. And the last form for the rational number is the recurring decimal, something like 0.3 and put dot above 3. That means 0.3333 to infinity and so on. These are the different forms of the rational number, and today we are going to comparing between two rational numbers. If I told you that which one is the greater, 2 over 3 or 7 over 3? Here, if you have the same denominator, you can compare directly. 7, this is more than 2, so 7 over 3 is more than 2 over 3. If you can compare between negative 1 over 7, negative 10 over 7. Hence we have the same denominator. I have the same denominator here, so I can compare between negative 1 and negative 10. Hence negative 1 more than negative 10, so I can write this negative 1 over 7 more than negative 10 over 7, because here we have the same denominator. But if we have two different denominators, something like 2 over 3 and 4 over 5, I can't do the same step. أنا ما أقدرش أعمل ده زي ما عملته من شوية. I have to make the denominators like each other. That means we are going to unify the denominators. How could I unify the denominators? I'll multiply this. I'll multiply 3 by the other denominator 5, and I'll multiply 5 by the other denominator 3. But you have to do the same for the numerator. That means you have to multiply 2 by 5 and you have to multiply 4 by 3. So the two fractions become 10 over 15 and 12 over 15. And I can compare between them now because we have the same denominator. As 12 more than 10, so 12 over 15, this will be more than 10 over 15. And here you have to work out each part lonely. يعني مش هنكتب على الكالكوليتر 4 by 3 over 5 by 3. This is incorrect. مش هينفع اعمل كده على الكالكوليتر. هحسب النيوميريتور لوحده، هحسب الدينومينيتور لوحده. Another example. If I have negative 3 over 4 and negative 6 over 7. First, we have to deal together. احنا لازم نتفق مع بعض. I can write negative 3 over 4 as ممكن اكتبها negative 3 over 4 or, and this is the same, 3 over negative 4 or negative 3 over 4. All of these fractions are equivalent. So من الافضل it's preferable، ده هيساعدني اكتر اني اكتب النيجاتيف مع النيوميريتور فوق اللي هو 3. يعني انا لو كتبتها by the first form او السكند او الثيرد كلهم زي بعض، ولكن الافضل دايما ان انا اتكلم ان النيجاتيف with the numerator not with the denominator. علشان كده لما هاجي اتكلم على negative 3 over 4 I write negative 3 over 4. بعد كده هبتدي اقول I'll multiply 4 by 7, I'll multiply 7 by 4, I multiply 4 by the other denominator, I multiply 7 by the other denominator. بعد كده طالما انا عملت multiplied by a number in the denominator, you have to do the same for the top. You have to do the same for the top. Work out each part lonely لوحده. This will be negative 21 over 28. This will be negative 24 over 28. And hence we have negative 21. This is more than negative 24. So I can put more than negative 21 over 28. This is more than negative 24 over 28. Let's move to page 3 in your booklet, the algebra part. He asked you what is the rational number is greater. مين فيهم الكبير؟ هنا أنا هقول لك take 3 minutes before watching the answer. ممكن نحل ثواني وبعد كده ممكن نتفرج على الانسر على البورد. فهنا بيقولي which one is the greater 1 over 7 or 11 over 15. I'll multiply 7 by 15. I'll multiply 15 multiplied by 7. So I'll do the same for the top. This will be multiplied by 15. This will be multiplied by 7. The first part, this will be 15 over 7 multiplied by 15. This will be 105. 11 by 7, this will be 77. And over 15 multiplied by 705. And once we can compare between 77 and 15, so I can write this 15 over 107. This is less than 77 over 105. So احنا هنا comparing between the two numbers دول 15 over 105. This is the same fraction with different form. ده نفس الشكل بتاع ده، علشان كده انا الكويستشن بتاعي بيقول لي compare between them. علشان كده هكتب 1 over 7. This will be less than 11 over 15. Another example. Which rational number is greater, negative 4 over 7 or negative 11 over 12? First, احنا اتفقنا it's preferable to put the negative in the numerator. وهو هنا في الكويستشن مسهل علينا الموضوع. This will be negative 4 over 7, negative 11 over 12. I'll multiply 7 by 12 and do the same for the top. I'll multiply 12 by the 7, do the same for the top. The first part, this will be negative 48. 7 over 12, this will be 84. This will be negative 77 over 84. And negative 48, this is greater than negative 77. So علشان كده أنا هفهم negative 4 over 7, this is greater than negative 11 over 7. تعالى هنا بقى نتكلم عن نفس الفكرة with a new format. هو بيقول لي هنا find 3 rational numbers between them 1 over 7 and 6 over 7. This is the first and this is the second. I can write a number more than 1 over 7 and less than 6 over 7. Something like 2 over 7, 3 over 7, 4 over 7 and 5 over 7. But he asked you to write 3 of them. So the numbers are 2 over 7, 3 over 7 and 5 over 7. I choose any 3 of them. مش لازم ان ال 3 دول يكونوا following consecutive. ده مش مطلوب. choose now any three numbers between them. يبقى the numbers are something like 17 over 80, 19 over 80, 21 over 80. I can choose any of these, and could I choose any other number? Not 8? Yes, you can solve the same question by multiplying each fraction by 10, by 100, by 15. That means we choose that 8. So I can choose 7. I can choose any number that انت بتحبه. 8 6 7. تعالى كده نشوف حاجة تانية. لو انا جيت قلت لك write 3 rational number between 0.3 and this is called recurring decimal 0.3 and the number which is called something like 1. For example, first you have to convert 0.3 our recurring decimal 0.3 into a fraction. This is 0.3 or recurring decimal 0.3. This will be 0.33333 and so on. This will be 1 over 3. So I'm asking you to find three rational numbers between 1 over 3 and 1. First, we have to make the two denominators like each other. So I can put 1 over 1. This is the same number. I'll multiply 3 by the other denominator 1. I'll multiply 1 by 3, which is the other denominator. Do the same for the numerators. So you get 1 over 3 and 3 over 3. But here I'm asking you to write three rational numbers. Here we have the same denominator, but we don't have three numbers between 1 and 3. So I'll choose أنا هختار number like 11 because I prefer that 11 to multiply each fraction by that 11. So the numbers will be 11 over 3 and 33 and 33 over 33. So I can find a lot of numbers between 11 and 33. Something like 12 over 33, 13 over 33 and 29 over 33. So we can note that between any two rational numbers that exist, we can find an infinite. This means a lot of numbers of the rational numbers. Now we have a new part of our question. Write the rational number that equals 3 over 5 and the sum of its terms 24. That means we have a rational number. We need a rational number which its simplest form الsimplest form بتاعته equals 3 to 5 and the sum of these terms equal to 24. أنا هبتدي أستعمل something studied أنت أخدتها في extracting something. First ال 3 دي اسمها ال first term, 5 is called the second term. Then I can make the ratio first to second, which is 3 to 5. He asked you the sum of these terms should be 24. I'll put a new item, sum. 3 and 5 are ratios, so I'll add them 3 plus 5 to make them equals to 8. And the real sum of them is 24. So the first term this will be, I can make a cross multiplication, 3 multiply 24 over 8. The second term, this will be 5 multiplied 24 over 8. The first one, this will be 9. The second one will be 15. So the fraction is، علشان كده الفراكشن اللي انا هكتبه واللي هو بنسميه rational number, this will be 9 over 15. The sum of these terms, 9 plus 15, this will be 24. And if you write 9 over 15 in your calculator,